All right, guys, welcome back. Chasing bucks with Nate's Bow Hunting. Last week we were doing food plots with no tractor. This week we're talking top 3 things you got to do before the fall shift, before September. 3 things you got to get done that's going to weigh up your chances to take down that giant buck this year. So let's get to them. If you love chasing big bucks, this is the channel for you. I don't own hundreds of thousands of acres. I didn't move out to Iowa. I hunt 2 small family farms here in Wisconsin. Follow along as we go over food plots and hunting strategies to take down the biggest buck in your neighborhood. All right, guys, what if I were to tell you these 3 things are gonna at least double your chances to take down a big buck this year, whether you're after a 100-inch deer or a 200-inch deer. They're gonna at least double your chances to take them down, maybe even triple or tenfold your chances of taking down this big buck. And this is no BS. These are things that have helped me. I hunt 2 real small farms in Wisconsin here, and it's led me to take down some really great bucks these last couple of years. So we're gonna go over these 3 things before the fall shift happens. These things have to be done before the fall shift, because once these big bucks do that fall shift and you don't have these things done, they're not gonna do you any good. And the bucks are probably gonna smell you and they're gone. This week we're talking the top 3 things you gotta have done before the season starts. Here in Wisconsin, it's September, mid-September. Some states, you know, Iowa, you got 1st of October. Some states, Kansas, Kentucky, a little sooner than Wisconsin. I'm trying to help you guys. I wish I would have known these 3 tips. My first couple of years hunting, there were some really big bucks that I didn't get on. And if I would have took care of these 3 things before season, I'm a firm believer I would have got at least a shot at those bucks. As long as I made that shot count, I probably would have put them down. So we're gonna get to number 1, guys. It doesn't matter how many acres of land you have, how great your food plots are, how many food plots you put in. If you don't get up in the stand and practice shooting, it's not gonna do you any good. You gotta get up in the stand and practice. Doing one of the most important things you can do. It doesn't matter, you can do all the food plots you want. You can plant an apple orchard, you can buy 1,000 acres in prime whitetail country, Iowa, Wisconsin, doesn't matter. You can do all that stuff, but if you don't get up in a tree and let some arrows fly, it does you no good. Because when it comes down to the moment of truth, you usually got 1 shot to make it count. And if you don't make that shot count on that big buck, it's all for nothing. And there's nothing worse than wounding an animal. I got way too much respect for these bucks, these deer, period. Especially these real big, old, mature deer. Then I put a bad shot on them because I'm lazy and I don't get out and I shoot. And I think I can just hop on the bike and ride it again. Yeah, you know, I can shoot consistent pretty every year, but it's good to get in a tree, do some real life experience shooting. That's just what we're doing today. Oh, we got my son playing in the river. But what we're shooting, I got a 35-yard shot. I actually put down a deer from this exact same stand right here. You can see my decoy out there. I should say my 3D target. I put down a great 10 point in this exact same stand. And I shot my biggest deer, a 170-inch monster, crossing the creek right there. These creek crossing guys, if you can set up on a creek crossing, it is absolutely money. They'll just funnel through there. It's a great funnel, works great. Here I got on the back side, I trimmed out some of the dogwood behind that decoy all the way back, and I got some mock scrape vines right there. And I had an absolute giant last year. I couldn't get a shot at him. He stayed in that dogwood, so now I got it cleared out. You don't want to put in all this work. Some guys spending hundreds of thousands of dollars on land, tractors, equipment. That's all fun. I love doing it too. I spend a lot of money, not that kind of money, but I spend a lot of money on deer hunting. I love it. It's an obsession to me. It's a lifestyle. I'm gonna make sure when that big buck that I'm chasing, my target comes out, that I've practiced, put my time in. And as long as I stay cool, stay calm, I'm gonna put a good shot on him. We're gonna get to number 2. And number 2 is having your stands in the right spots. I've hit on this, guys. If you see my stand videos, I've had a few of them. Access and stand placement is so important to taking down mature deer. Whether you're after a 100-inch buck or a 200-inch buck,
stand placement and access is crucial. If you're just after a year and a half, 2.5, you know, browing it's down, no big deal. You can put your stands right on top of these main trails, right on top of your food plots, and you're probably still going to have some opportunities at deer. But if you're after big deer, not so much. You better hope you get lucky that first sit or put them down. Otherwise, they're going to smell you. They're going to be on you, and you're probably not going to put them. There's still time, guys. Get those stands where they need to be, where you have good access and good shooting lanes carved out, and make sure you're ready. And that goes hand in hand with these stands. Now's the time to check those stands. I don't know how many times I've got up. I missed a big deer because of it my first years. Had the stand in the right spot, big buck come out. I didn't have my shooting lanes cleared. I couldn't get a shot at him. And he was an absolute giant. All because I didn't prepare and get ready the way I should have. That's gonna bring us to number 3. You gotta get trail cameras set and in locations along with your mock scrapes. Why has this made the top 3 list? Well, I know they never used to have trail cameras and cell cameras, guys, but the intel they can provide for you as far as what buck to target, their patterns, when they're coming out, what days, mornings, evenings, what winds are coming out, which direction they're coming from. They can tell you so much about the buck. It's gonna up your chances by so much to kill them. You're not just going in there blind. If you're not using trail cameras or cell cameras, if they're legal, you're missing out, guys. Get your cameras and your mock scrapes set in July or August. I just finished getting mine all set up here. You know, you're not gonna shoot that 130 inch buck or 140 inch buck if you got a 160, a 180, and a 200 running around, right? Your mock scrapes go hand in hand with your trail cameras. I like to put my trail cameras on my mock scrapes because I get so much intel. Before you know it, you'll have every buck hitting that mock scrape if it's in the right location. I have some mock scrape videos as well you can check out. You got them in the right location. Some of my mock scrapes, every buck in a 2-3 mile radius will hit that mock scrape. As soon as those bucks shift, I hardly get any bucks in velvet. That fall shift comes, usually like 1st of September here in Wisconsin. These big bucks come out of nowhere. And if they come in these, I hunt 2 small properties. They come in here, they smell a bunch of human scent all over the place where I'm futzing around with cameras and get mock scrapes ready. You think those big bucks are gonna hang around here, or you think they're gonna go to the neighbors? I know what they're gonna do. I found out the hard way. That's why my mock scrapes and cameras are all set in July or August, before that fall shift. And I'm gonna know these bucks' pattern. I'm gonna see when they're moving. I'm gonna see which buck to target so I can hopefully take down the biggest one in the area. It's gonna tell me so much. All right, guys, and the bonus one that didn't show up on the list is getting your food plots in. Increase your odds by tenfold. Even I'm surrounded by open ag. This is alfalfa. I got cornfields, soybean fields all around me. But these nice secluded food plots where these does and big bucks feel safe feeding during daytime are so crucial. You know, these big ag fields, they won't come out till the evening or even at dark. But these small little kill plots, I call them, are so crucial, and you got to get them in before the fall shift. Oats being my favorite. You can see right here I needed some more bedding. Take a look at this, guys. So this is a Milo mix of red Milo, and then in the middle of it I got soybeans. So I spread some green and gold in the middle of all this Milo. I heard soybeans pair well with Milo. You can see I got some weeds in here, some lamb's quarters, but you know what? The deer browse this stuff and it's good cover. And that's why I did the green and gold and the Milo out here. I need more cover. So this plot's coming up great. This is mid-August. This is gonna keep growing. These soybeans get super tall. 20 fruit trees on the back side right there. So, food plots is the bonus. Having food plots set and ready to go. So you don't have to futz around with them, because these bucks want secluded food plots. They don't want food plots that there's all kinds of human scent in. They need food plots that they feel safe feeding during the daytime, no human intrusion. All right, guys, we're up in the stand. Always wear your harness, number one. My younger days, before I had kids and didn't always think, you know, about the repercussions, I'd rush up in the stand, rush out, forget my harness, not worry about it. I always wear a harness now. Too much to lose. It's not worth it, guys. Bet. That deer is toast. Double luns. Standing up, I was practicing shooting sitting down, and I definitely, you can do it. Not much different than standing up, to be honest, but that was cool. I try to put a video out every Sunday now because we're coming up on season. I'm getting fired up. I'm sure if you guys got the passion like me, you're getting fired up. It's all I'm thinking about, what bucks are gonna show up, where I'm gonna kill them, how I'm gonna kill them. Hopefully, these 3 tips and the bonus tip will help you guys. If you enjoyed the video, you got to know someone that likes the channel, please share it. And if you haven't subscribed already, I'd appreciate it if you subscribe. I appreciate the support, appreciate you guys watching, and we'll see you next week.